Hi, this is Matt Simon. I'm here with fellow colleague, Principal Laurie Berke. And today's topic that we're talking about is very recent in the news. Last week, the SEC decided to ban the flash orders, and now some people are concerned that they're going to spend their attention looking at dark pools. So, Laurie, the question comes up, will the banning, or do dark pools send flash orders?
That's a good question. Last week when the SEC, and over the last week or so, as the SEC has dealt with the issue of flash orders, they've put a number of other issues on the table as well. One of which is dark pools in general. Should dark pools be regulated in any way? Should there be a cap that is at a lower share volume than the current cap, reportable cap on ATSs for individual securities, percent of average daily volume? Number one. Number two is whether or not dark pools should be reporting their volume in some way that makes liquidity inside dark pools more visible. The issue on the table now is whether or not dark pools send flash orders. The SEC has banned the exchanges sending flash orders on the basis of a conflict with the intent of Reg NMS, which is to establish a level playing field. And buy-side traders are now concerned that there may be confusion in the terminology between how dark pools communicate with each other and how exchanges were sending flash orders. So there are two ways in which dark pools communicate with one another. One is sending an IOI from one dark pool to another, and the other is sending an IOC. An IOI is an indication of interest. It's not an order. It's soliciting a response in the form of an order based upon liquidity within that dark pool. So out of the gate, an IOI is not an order. It's not a firm order with a side, a size, a symbol, and potentially a price as a flash order is. It is simply an indication that there is an interest to trade within one dark pool being sent to a second dark pool. IOCs, immediate or cancel orders, are also a form of communication where there's an indication outbound from a dark pool as to the liquidity and interest to trade within that dark pool. An IOC is an immediate or cancel order. It is an order. It is a firm order. But by definition, immediate or cancel means that if dark pool A sends an IOC order to dark pool B and dark pool B does not respond immediately with a fill, that order is canceled. Unlike a flash order, the issue with a flash order on an exchange is a flash order is sent to a subset of members and a subset of players, and those players have an option. They have the option to respond and trade against that order or to let it go. The concern is in letting it go, they now have information about that order and they've taken no obligation to trade on the other side. So to clarify, do dark pools send flash orders? The answer is no. They send IOIs and IOCs, very different from what the SEC has just banned at the exchanges.
Great. And now, do you think that this will happen anytime in the near future, that a ban would actually come into place?
I think looking at communication between dark pools is one of the things that's on the table for the SEC, and I think it's very important that they speak to buy-side traders, talk to them about how they're using IOIs and IOCs between dark pools. Many buy-side traders will tell you that they want the option to be able to choose whether or not to send an IOI or an IOC, and I think taking that away from them is a discussion that should be had before action is taken.
Great. Again, I'm Matt Simon with TABB Group, and this is Laurie Berke commenting on should dark pools send flash orders, should bans flash orders. Again, this is Matt.